I flew over 4,000 kilometers for one interview, and my flight almost didn't even make it. Hi, this is my very first long video, so I'm just gonna explain everything properly. So in my last shorts video, I said I couldn't find any jobs in Ontario and that I ended up doing something kind of crazy. This is that story. So yeah, I literally applied everywhere from London to Ottawa, up north to Barrie, or even a little bit further up north. And I did not hear back from a single place. And I'm actually someone who never turns on their phone notifications. But for this, I turned everything on. Every email, every alert, and every time I heard my phone go off, I would literally run to check it. And it would just be like a random ad or some spam email. And then I go back to waiting again. And I know that right now it's actually really tough for nurses to find jobs in Ontario. I've been hearing that some hospitals are slowing down on hiring or even on hiring freezes in certain areas. So I knew it wasn't just me, but I didn't think it would be this hard to find a job in Ontario in general. So I started looking into other provinces and BC specifically. And honestly, I've always loved BC. It kind of reminds me of my hometown, like the mountains and the ocean. I just always thought I would love to live there one day. And BC has really good sponsorship and specialty training programs for nurses. And they're fully funded. And my goal has always been to become an OR nurse. So I applied to multiple hospitals that had specialty training programs. And surprisingly, I actually heard back. I had 3 interviews scheduled. And one of them had 2 parts. One online and one mandatory in person. And that's how I ended up flying over 4,000 kilometers for one interview. I remember packing the night before, and I kept checking my flight over and over again, trying to convince myself that this was a good idea. Like, what if I go all the way over there and nothing happens? And then, the night before my flight, it got canceled. There was a huge snowstorm. And I remember just sitting there like, are you serious right now? And for a second, I was like, maybe this just isn't meant to happen. I almost didn't go. But then I was like, no, I've come this far already. So I rebooked for the next day. And I told myself, just go and see what happens. So the next day, I actually went. I got to the airport and everything felt kind of surreal. Like I was actually doing this. Flying across the country for one interview. I kept thinking, what if this changes my life? Or what if it doesn't? So I landed, and my interview was the next morning, super early. So I booked a hotel literally right across from the hospital. Like, I did not want to risk being late. I was pretty hungry, so I went for lunch. And then I was too full, so I needed to digest. So I walked around a bit, and the weather was amazing there. And then I actually went to the hospital the day before, just to figure out where I needed to go, because I am so bad with directions. I get lost even with a map. Then I went to check into my hotel, and I couldn't even find my room at first, because it was on the 36th floor, but the elevator only went up to 35. So I had to actually go up the stairs to the room. And when I finally got there, the room was actually insane. It was basically like a penthouse. full panoramic view of the city. Like it was so nice. Initially, I just wanted to check in and chill for a little bit and then go out again because the weather was beautiful that day. But the room was so nice. I was like, oh, nope, nope, nope. I'm staying inside. So I just rested and mentally prepared myself for the interview. And honestly, I was still very nervous. Even my dream was about the interview. And the next morning was the interview. And I'll tell you guys exactly what happened in the next video. This is day 7 of Bay in progress.